Hi, I'm Mike Ahern, co-author of Selling Today. In this next segment of the Reality Selling Today video series, we had the opportunity to meet with Aleem Hirani from Hilti Corporation. First, we asked Aleem a few questions about his career in sales. Then we saw him in a live selling situation.
At Hilti, we're a heavily segmented sales force by trade. I am a building construction account manager for the Southeast Houston area. I call them basically general contractors, concrete contractors, masons, and I sell various different product lines that we have at Hilti, such as drilling, diamond, powder actuated guns and fasteners, anchoring systems, etc. I generally call on huge projects, commercial projects such as hospitals, high-rise condos, and universities. At Hilti, being a building construction account manager, I have two avenues. One is the offices of the customer, and the other one is the construction site. So for example, if I go up to a construction site, I generally meet with a general contractor. In a huge project, there's various different needs that the general contractor would have. I already know what those needs are, so I start asking questions about that with the general contractor. If the general contractor himself is doing some work, I'll ask questions, identify needs and opportunities, pitch our product feature benefits, and then close right there at the job site. In the office, the sales cycle could be a little bit longer because I'm trying to build a relationship with the office in order to influence what's being used at the job site. At Hilti, we have a great CRM software, SAP Mobile. We have a fact base that's loaded into the CRM software that allows us to identify who our prospects are. Once we see who our prospects are, it's our job as an account manager to pre-qualify them by potential and size. We look at that and we see where our biggest potential is, and what I generally do is make a call to pre-qualify them and make sure that the information in our fact base is right before I go call on them. That's part of my preparation before I call on a prospect. Once I've pre-qualified them, I go and make a call, try and build relationships, identify needs and opportunities, find out who are the decision makers within that organization, and then go from there. Generally with a prospect, I will not make a sale on the first call, but try and build a relationship, open an account, and eventually in the third or fourth call, hopefully make a sale. At Hilti, we are a value-added sell with a great quality product. Our reputation in the industry is being the best. Therefore, we use testimonials. We have a lot of marketing data that shows and illustrates how our tools are better, the power, the torque, different things of that sort. Being a better tool, one of the biggest advantages we have is we can get to put the tools and fasteners in our customers' hands. Once the customer utilizes the product, they themselves can understand and know how it compares to the competition. Therefore, one of our biggest avenues is to demo products, put it in the customer's hand, let them try it, and once they do that, they like it, and the sale becomes a whole lot easier. I'm glad you asked, because that's one of our biggest advantages at Hilti. We have to understand the customer's need and tailor our presentation towards the customer. We are dealing in a very regulated technical industry as far as commercial construction. We have engineers, we have superintendents. Some people like the bells and whistles on our product, and some people really like the technical information. Therefore, we have to determine what the customer likes, what the customer wants, what's his behavioral style, and what information they would like to read. For example, if I'm calling on an engineer, most engineers are very technical, data-oriented. Therefore, I'll present our technical side. If I'm calling on somebody who likes the product feature benefits, then that's what I'm going to show them, power, torque, etc. on our tools. Therefore, it's very important for us to tailor our presentation and adapt to the customer. Earlier I had mentioned Hilti is a high quality, very high reputation in the industry and a value-added product. Therefore, we're also higher than the competition. So the number one objection we get is the price objection. However, in order to get over the price objection, we have to ask the right questions, be able to demo the product in front of the customer, put the product in their hands for them to understand our value is worth more than the competition. Therefore, once we've identified opportunities, align our value with the customer's challenges, then it becomes a slam dunk and we have no price objection. We have two avenues that we sell at Hilti. One is at the job site and one is at the office. Both require different presentations and different values. What we do at the job site is when we go and talk to a customer, we identify needs and opportunities, and what we do is trial close. If the customer is willing and understands our value matching their needs and benefits, all we get is a verbal purchase order, and that's all we need for the close. At the office, where we're trying to sell more strategic partnerships, contracts, different things, the sales cycle is a little bit longer. Yet we trial close, use different closing techniques, and once we've determined that, it generally is a signed contract, which generally takes maybe perhaps 2 or 3 calls to get done.
Hi, Cliff.
How you doing?
Hey, Ben, how are you, man?
Doing great.
Good, man. Good seeing you, man.
Good. Like construction, man. We always got a full day of construction going on. So
that's great, man. How's last time I talked to you, you were building the house. How's that going?
yeah, it's going good. We had some complications with getting our start letter from the city of Pearland, but we just found out yesterday that we got it, and we'll be starting April the 13th. So
that's awesome, man.
Going good.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's great.
We're ready to get inside the house and it'll be our first house. So we got married a year ago, so it'll be our first house. So it'll be good.
How's Kate doing?
She's doing well, man. She's finishing up her teaching, and I don't know if I told you or not, but she did get into dental school.
That's great, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. She'll be starting in August, probably about the middle of August, and she'll start 4 years from there.
Good.
So
good, man.
Everything's going good.
That's awesome, man.
How's everything going with you?
Good, man. Just busy.
Yeah.
Trying to cover all the jobs, and
Exactly.
we got a good project going, so I wanted to stop by. I know we had talked over the phone, and you had mentioned that you were looking for some easier measuring device.
Yeah.
So I think we've got a product that could fit your needs.
Okay.
How do you currently measure?
Well, we have just a real standard tape measure. And we measure anywhere from 10 to 200 feet with a tape measure. Sometimes you got to have the ones that roll out.
Sure.
That right there. But
that's for external measurements.
That's for the external and the anything over 75 to 100 feet. So and usually takes 2 guys. So I mean. That's one of the reasons I wanted to come to you, because one of my buddies on the job, he had one of those those little tape devices,
measures?
little distance measure, and man, it was a slick thing. So I knew that he said it came from Hilti, so I just wanted to call you and ask you about it. So.
Sure. Well, how do you measure inside a building?
Same way. Just one of those little 50-foot tape measures.
Yeah.
But you still need 2 guys. You got to have 1 guy on the end, 1 guy holding it. So.
What are the challenges you face with tape measures currently?
Well, I mean, besides that sometimes they break. I mean, that's one of the things. I mean, we're always running to Home Depot and having to get some stuff, out of there. So, the only other challenges is maybe having enough manpower just to, run a tape, because sometimes we'll pull, certain guys off, doing another project, and just bring them over to make sure we have plenty of guys to run the tape. So,
what about accuracy?
Oh yeah, all the time, because once you get over 75 feet to 100 feet, you're always got a, at least a 2-inch sway in your tape. So. With a distance measure, I would assume that it's digital. It goes back and forth. So not it's pretty much a lot more accurate. So
sure. Now on a project this size, if you were to measure something and it wasn't accurate, what would the repercussions be of that?
Shoot, you don't even want to know. I mean, it's thousands and thousands of dollars, because you got to pull guys off the job, come back, rip out what you did, get the right measurement, and then redo it again. So I mean, time, labor. I mean. And besides thousands of dollars, thousands of dollars. So,
well, that's why I'm here today. I wanted to show you our new product, PD42, that Hilti has engineered and made.
Okay.
Pretty simple, as you can see. Just a little pouch in here.
Yeah.
Very small, very compact. Why don't you hold that?
Okay.
Turn it on. That's the button on the top.
Right here?
Turn it on right there. and
just push the button. Okay,
push the button. All you do is measure. And now, you know, you talked about internal measurements and external measurements.
Yeah.
This can do both.
Can do
Internally,
both, okay.
when you're inside a room or inside the building, its accuracy is plus or minus 1/25 of an inch up to 600 feet.
600 feet.
So as long as you can see the beam, which you can if you're internally,
yeah.
you can measure, and it's very, very accurate.
Okay.
Externally, for external measurements, it's a little bit different because when you're out in the sunlight, you won't be able to see the beam.
Yeah.
However, Hilti's made the device with a scope right there. All you do is look through there, and you'll be able to see the beam wherever it's hidden.
You're kidding.
Hidden external. So why don't you try that?
Yeah, let me see that.
Can you see the beam?
Golly, that's awesome. Yeah, that's good. This thing's probably got to cost thousands of dollars, huh?
You'd be surprised, you know. One of these only runs $4.99. We sell them in 3-packs and in 6-packs.
Okay. Man.
How does that sound?
So I mean, our tape measure costs us. Our tape measure costs us maybe 30 bucks. So that's almost 500, huh?
Sure, yeah. You know, Cliff, you did mention earlier about the accuracy being important.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think that paying $500 for this tool and having the peace of mind that all the measurements you make are accurate?
Yeah.
When you go home at night, you're not worried about anything within your building.
Being accurate, yeah. You're right about that. You're right about that.
How's that? How do you think that's important?
I mean, it's real important for us. Like I said, I mean, it costs us thousands of dollars in a redo, but yeah, I mean, I think I can probably give it to you. You mind if I just take it out for a couple of days before I pay for it, and then just kind of take a look at it, or?
Sure, absolutely. I can leave you this as a demo product. But also, what I would like to also talk to you about was, you know, you mentioned with a tape measure you use 2 people.
Yeah.
Right. With this, it's a one-man operation.
Yeah, you're right, man.
So you see the cost savings right off the bat.
Yeah. You know what? And I know my boss gives me free range to, I mean, if I have a product's going to help us on this
Sure.
job, and you know, he gives us pretty much free range to go ahead and do it. You know what? Let me start out with. You said you got a 3-pack.
3-pack.
You get a discount if you get like a 3-pack.
Yeah, you get like a 10% discount.
10%. Well,
yeah.
I mean, savings is savings. So you know what? Just let me start out with 3 of them.
Sure.
I'm sure our guys will like it, and if everything's successful, maybe we'll get some more.
Sounds good.
Okay. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Good seeing
Thanks
you.
a
Good
lot.
talking to you. Appreciate your business, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah,
Take
we'll see
care.
you.